just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Making laws with my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Got it. 58, come on. I got you. I got you. Watch that screen. Watch that screaming. Safety screaming.
Christian, travel. Hey, high 7. Down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Carolina. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
On second down now, it's Hall. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Recon, 153 fighter. Hey, box drop. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Check 26, check 26.
22 jet bomber. Fire.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on.
Jackson looking to throw on third. But able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On first down, it's Gurley. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
53 for Mike, 53. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
53, Mike, 53. 53 for Mike. Stop your whining. Check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Forced out to his left. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. To throw again is Jackson. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interceptions, and they're going to come away empty.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Hall. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, lock it.
Watch the safety creep.
Now a give coming right is Breida. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Right, 58, right there. Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense. 58, come on. 58, come on. Here we go, here we go. Check 31, check 31.
Fire.
He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. In trouble, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
56, Mike, 56 right there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready. 30 Hey, exit.
56 is Mike, boy, 56. Shaq 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Gonzalez puts this one through. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson flush to his right. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now Jackson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the kick by Gonzalez, he is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up the throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Jackson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
How you pick that? Come on, man.
Near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st down, he'll drop the throw. And he's taken down. back at his own 7. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll look to throw here. And he's able to find Wallace. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now left side on the swing pass. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning to get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Back to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Especially the bowl. She be like, you want to run through that field, please? I'll give her a million
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
50 seconds. 50 seconds.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again they run with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Todd Gurley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got...